Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Truther. If you're here from one of my TikTok videos, this is the video I was referring to about becoming health conscious. If you didn't see my TikTok video and you're still interested in this type of topic and content, then welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll be focusing on becoming health conscious, learning how to become health conscious, anything and everything dealing with the healthcare industry, how to become more healthier. Like, it's not that hard as most people make it out to become. So first off, I'm going to talk about the name of the book. If you didn't get it from the previous slide, if you can see that, the name of the book, Natural Cures. They, in quotation marks, you will know who they is once you read the book or listen to it on the audiobook as you seen in the previous slide. Natural Cures They Don't Want You to Know About. Written by, that is the author, Kevin Trudeau. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. The say was copyrighted in 2004, so I'm assuming that's when it was published. I have the actual hard copy book. I don't have the cover on it. I had it for like 6-7 years now, so I don't have the cover. But hey, the book's still good.
Mommy,
I still have it. It's a good, about almost 600 pages, but the information is like so good. I'm gonna read the disclaimer.
oh, Mommy.
In the disclaimer, it says, "It is unbelievable to me in this day and age that the world has come to this. It pains me that I must write a disclaimer at the beginning of this book. Imagine a person who is supposed to be allowed to express his opinions under the banner of free speech must still put a disclaimer as a preface to his words, thoughts, and opinions. Heaven forbid somebody reads these words and claims to be adversely affected by them, thus ensuring a barrage of lawsuits, filed under the guise of protecting the unknowing victims who are stupid enough to read this and believe it. In reality, these lawyers are squashing the rights of people like myself for freely expressing their ideas. So with the figurative gun to my head, I write these words. Before you read this book, you had better check with your medical doctor, your friends, your politicians, your priest, your rabbi, your psych, anyone you feel is smarter than you, and see if you can get permission to read what I have to say. You must know that everything I say in this book is simply my opinion and that there are many people who violently disagree with my conclusions. If you do anything I recommend without the supervision of a licensed medical doctor, you do so at your own risk. The publisher and the author, the distributors, and the bookstores present this information for educational purposes only. I'm not making an attempt to prescribe any medical treatments under the laws of the United States. Only a licensed medical doctor and MD can do so. How sad. So this book is only my opinions, my thoughts, and my conclusions. Again, it is for educational purposes only. And you and only you are responsible if you choose to do anything based on what you read by the author. There's also a section at the beginning of the book that I like to read as well. Okay, it said, read this first. I congratulate you on having the courage to read this book. By purchasing this book, you have shown that you are either sick or looking for natural cures for your illness, or you're concerned about getting sick. You may also be concerned about the health and well-being of your family and friends. In order for you to get the most benefit out of the information in this book, it's absolutely essential that you read this book from start to finish, cover to cover. You must start at the beginning and read this book in its entirety in the order in which the material is presented. Do not jump ahead.
No!
And do not jump around the book looking for an immediate answer to a question you may have regarding your health. All the information in this book is presented in a very specific order for a very specific reason. Please be assured that if you start at the beginning of this book and read it in its entirety, by the time you finish, you will understand the cause of your disease, and you will know categorically, absolutely, with 100% certainty that there is a natural cure for your disease, and you will know exactly what to do to cure yourself of your disease and remain healthy for life, all without drugs and surgery. Please note that there are many important and vital concepts that I discuss in this book, because these concepts are important foundation to everything else that I discuss. In many instances, I repeat over and over again these basic concepts. This is done for a reason. This is done purposely. I found from experience that in order for you to benefit from this information, you must absolutely know the basic foundation principles. Therefore, I repeat over and over again the basic foundation principles. My goal is for you to get it and be able to cure yourself of your disease without drugs and surgery. So let's begin the journey together. When we conclude this book, I promise you one thing: you will never be the same. Um, Also, something else in the beginning, it says right here, for you to fully grasp this information, it is important that you ask yourself now just how teachable you are. There, there is in fact a teachability index, which will determine just how easy learning new concepts will be for you. The teachability index consists of two variables. The first variable is your willingness to learn. Like, are you willing to learn this information? I believe that by purchasing this book, spending your own money, and spending the time to read this book, that you, on a scale of 1 to 10, probably have a pretty high willingness to learn. However, the second variable will really determine just how teachable you are. The second variable in the teachability index is what is your willingness to accept change. If you have a 10 on willingness to learn but have a 0 on willingness to accept change, 10 times 0 is 0. Therefore, your teachability index is non-existent. You must have a high willingness to accept change if you are to fully grasp and understand the concepts and benefit from them. I sincerely hope that you have a high teachability index. It says information is only useful when it is used. It can only be used when it is fully internalized, when you don't have to think about it. The 4 stages a person goes through when learning any new information, such as the material presented in this book, are: number 1, unconscious incompetence. This is a stage where you don't know that you don't know. Number 2, conscious incompetence. This is a stage that you know you don't know. Number 3, conscious competence. This is when you know that you know, but you have to consciously think about it. And number 4, unconscious competence. This is when it is second nature. This is when the information is part of you. This is when you know it just easy as you know your own name. This is when it's fully internalized and it's just automatic. When you read this book, you go through the first 3 stages. When you finish this book, you have to implement the information in this book for a period of time before you can reach level 4. When you do, you will live a life, in my opinion, that is healthy and disease-free. And you quite possibly may never get sick ever again. A hard thing to say right now, but something to it at least to consider. Yeah, okay.
I taste it.
Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry for that. But something to at least consider as a possibility. So let's start the journey. Then we go on with the book. But I'm not going to read the book. I was giving you a little
It's cold.
information about what the book
Let's drink it.
is about. Some of the chapters that's in the book. Let me get to the page. Like the first chapter say, I should be dead by now. Then you got another one, what's wrong with the hair care in America? You got one, it's all about the money. Then another one, who are they, in quotation marks. Why are we sick? How to never get sick again. Then you got the one most people want to get to is the natural cures for specific diseases. That's the one most people probably want to get to, which is at the end of the book. In order to understand the natural cures, like you really need to read and listen to the beginning of the book until you get to fully understand the actual natural cures for the specific diseases. I mean, I had this book for years and I still haven't really done most of the stuff in this book, but I'm getting there. It's in work in progress. Like, it's almost 600 pages. Like, it's a lot to take in, but it's some good information to know, in my opinion.
Mommy.
Yes.
Mommy.
Yes, I hear
I
you.
need more.
Huh?
I need milk, please.
Okay, I'll get you some in a sec.
Give me milk. I need some.
I was trying to see if I can pull up something real quick. It's a lot of information. Yes.
I want to drink some milk and just put some sugar on it and taste it good. Like that Venus made.
Mhm.
Mommy,
I'm almost finished. Hold on. Good. I'm almost finished.
can you follow?
Like one part of the book, it says there are only two reasons why a person becomes ill. They catch, in quotation marks, something. This means your body pick up a germ, generally a virus or bacteria. And then number two, you develop, in quotation marks, an illness or a disease. This means there is something imbalanced in the body. Something is not working right, and an illness or disease develops. Common diseases in this category include heart disease, cancer, diabetes, acid reflux, arthritis, etc. That's just a little something from the book. So that just give my opinion that I believe is a great book. I haven't did everything in the book. Sorry about that. I am a mother to a 4-year-old. That concludes my opinion of the book. I believe it's a really great book. If you never read it, it should be a really great book for you to read. To understand everything about healthcare, become more health conscious, and everything. So that concludes this video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button.
There was that bouncing.